All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is once again 3 p.m. Pacific Daylight Savings Time on a Friday, which is awesome because you guys are here watching us and we get to hang out. Like, kind of, right? We're kind of hanging out with them.
Well, we are.
Yeah. Anyways, welcome to the alt tab.
We just get to control the conversation. It's like the best kind of hangout that there is.
This is true.
This is my favorite kind.
Also, like, I had an epic because you guys are here watching
like,
us.
welcome
We get to hang out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
hanging out
Stepped
with
over you. Well, we are. I tend to do that. Sorry. Go ahead.
Anyways, welcome to the alt tab.
Welcome to the alt tab show. It's like the best kind of hangout that there is.
This is true.
It's a good thing I interrupted.
Also, like, I had an epic because you guys are here watching us. I get to hang out. You want to?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
stepped over you.
Well, we are. You can go ahead and hit us up on our Twitters. Welcome to the alt tab. Welcome to the alt tab show. Hit us up with some questions.
It's like the best kind of hangout
in the middle of the show.
Anyway, it's a good thing I interrupted.
Also, like, I had an epic because you guys are here watching us. I get to hang out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What's going on with you?
Stepped over you.
Well, we are.
Not much.
Anyways,
doing a lot of videos.
Welcome to the alt tab show.
Trying to do 3 a week right now on my personal channel, Awesome Sauce Network. I'm sure most of you guys know. But I've just been really busy. I think busier now working for myself than I ever was here.
Is that because like you are your own worst boss?
Well,
I fixed it. Sorry.
I'm kind of well. It's because I'm doing everything, right? I'm doing the job of the PR. I'm doing social media. I'm doing filming, editing, writing. You know,
plus you're running the direction where you need to go to.
Exactly.
Like, you need to know, like, if you keep going where you're at right now, you're going to stay stagnant, right? You have to take some time to think of new ideas. It's a lot of work, man.
Exactly.
I warned you that when you first did the thing.
I knew what I was getting myself into, but just actually to experience it, you know, I've
firsthand
gotten pretty tired and stuff. But it's fun. Like the reason why, like, I do it is because it's enjoyable. I like doing tech, and I like to do videos in my own style, my own creative way.
Yeah,
so
it's an awesome way.
It's been very freeing for me. But yeah, I've got some cool stuff coming up soon, so you guys should check it out if you haven't already. Yeah.
All right, so I guess maybe we should move forward with our first story of today. Let's see if I can bring this up fairly easily. This is a transformer, for lack of a better word.
A real transformer.
A real transformer.
This is not going to end well.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's all right. I mean, look at it. It's pretty cool, right? It's, you know, they call it a transformer, but I'm leaning more towards GoBots. I don't know if you guys are familiar with GoBots. GoBots are like the
knockoff that you get at the swap meet, right?
Right, yeah. They had their own cartoon.
Oh, wow.
But when you watched it, you knew you weren't watching Transformers.
Yeah, like the animation's kind of crappy, and like the voice acting's all like, mucho libre.
No, the robots were bad, too. It was bad all around. Let me just give you a quick rundown real quick of what this thing looks like.
Ooh, there's a video.
Yeah.
I like articles, videos.
Yes.
Just like how picture books.
Here comes, it's like...
All right.
It's like some sexy shots of kind of a robot.
Project Jet.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of
exciting.
sense.
And here's the roadmap.
I love these graphics.
We're Iron Manning in on 2014.
Man.
This is Billy Badass.
I love the dramatic editing. So it's pretty big. I mean, it's about life size. I mean, that was about as tall as that guy there.
Yeah, well, he was on his knees, but I'd say it's probably like 3 feet tall or something.
Okay.
Where is it? They're not giving me exact numbers. Yeah.
Does it actually light up? Does it have laser eyes? Yeah. Laser beams? Does it do that?
Yeah. So like, here's how it looks profile, right? And it transforms. Let me give you guys an example. Not that you aren't already aware of how transformers work, but here's just a quick example of transformers. Just you're like, yeah, like this is what I have in mind, right? When I read the article.
Right. Just transforms in like 5 seconds, like 2 seconds.
You can go somersaulting into something, hit the ground and run. You know, it's a fluid motion. You're blown away by how quickly it can transform, and you're just like, this is amazing the whole time you're in awe.
So I'm guessing they didn't pull that off with this, this model.
It's totally just like that. In fact, I think, Kyle, you and I should do like kind of a dramatic, I'll be Optimus Prime.
Okay.
Right? And you be, what would you be? What would be your name if you were that robot?
If I'm the robot?
Yeah.
Let's call him Gears.
Gears? All right, so you're Gears. Let's do a dramatic reenactment, all right? So you're about to transform.
A little bit of improv here.
Yeah, let's see if we can nail this, all right? All right, Autobots, roll out.
On the way, Optimus. Oh, let me just tuck my arms in really quick.
Roll out. Gears.
Give me a second. I'm a little. My chiropractor said I need to take it slow.
Gears, the most of the team is gone now. I'm the leader. I should be going first.
I shouldn't have done 30,000 squats yesterday.
All Autobots go. Gears will catch up.
Is anyone?
He's ready. He's ready, everyone.
Has anyone got any WD-40?
Oh, he's not ready yet. Apparently, Z format is not proper format for a car.
All right, guys. I think I'm. Oh, the Decepticons are gone. They already destroyed the world.
Yeah, we're good now, Gears. Thanks.
Oh, I missed it.
Thanks.
Damn it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So that's exactly what would happen if Gears was a real Autobot.
Yes.
He's a GoBot. He's a GoBot.
And he's a GoBot. You know what concerns me?
What?
If it takes him that long to transform, what's his top speed as a car? It can't be that great. I mean, he should be turning into a bicycle, or like a roller skate.
He just slower and slower.
Yeah.
It's like a stone wheel at the very end.
Yeah, right.
He's a rock rolling down
He should
the
turn
hill
into a statue and just sit
and
there.
sit there, and maybe like fall over in the direction we all left.
He's purely a defensive GoBot.
He's the guard bot.
He's the guard bot.
Yeah. Gears guard the base.
Wait, did you say he was the stereo? He's the one in
He's the stereo.
He's the stereo.
He just turns into the stereo and he plays tapes.
He's a camper. He's a camping bot.
Blend in with nothing.
You know what the difference between these Transformers and the ones in the movie?
Uh-huh.
The difference is
What?
Michael Bay. That's the only difference. Add Michael Bay to this video and you get the exact same.
See, I just look at it. I'm just like he takes so long. Especially at the Z formation, he hangs around here for quite a while.
This would make such a disappointing Christmas gift for a kid. It's like, oh my God, it's amazing.
You like it? You like it? Oh, he loves it, honey. He loves it.
I'm gonna go do my homework now.
Oh my God, he's never said that before. Yes. So all right. So that's what happened today in the news. Or when was this? The 23rd. Yeah. So that was yesterday. So
yeah.
that's painful.
Yes, it is.
Utterly painful.
Except they're whatchamacallit, the Japanese. That was Japanese.
I believe so. Yeah.
Thing?
Yeah.
Except they're love bots. Have you seen their or like just the human bots with like the facial expressions?
Yeah, kind of creepy.
Those are phenomenal, and they're
amazing. They're amazing at what they are, which is a creepy robot.
Yeah,
that looks like a person.
That's
but
true.
Yes.
They're not trying to turn into a toaster or something like that.
No,
so I guess that's a different story.
Yeah, and they transform into the nude bot really quickly.
The nude bot.
Depending on how quickly you can get that going. All right, so you got a story here from Wired, Kyle? What's going on with this?
Oh yeah, this is basically talking about the Fire phone from Amazon, which came out a couple months ago.
This phone is on fire.
They haven't reported their sales, but everyone knows that it's completely tanked.
Has it really?
Yes.
My wife was like all about this phone. She's like, oh my God, you can do all these things. I was like, I got the app, and the Amazon app does the same stuff. Like the things you're wowed about.
Right. The main feature of the phone, well, first off, they still have $83 million worth of unsold phones in their inventory, just sitting there.
Nice.
So they're not doing so hot. And I think if you get a 2-year contract with AT&T, what I read is you can get it for $1.
You can get it on top of whatever phone you got. So you get this phone for $1 plus whatever phone you were gonna get. I'm totally kidding.
Oh.
I'm like it's like a door prize on the way out.
Yeah, right.
You get an Amazon phone.
Look, Steve, not everyone has 3 phones like you, okay? We're normal people.
It's totally random
normal
situation.
needs. No, yeah, exactly. But yeah, so you can get it for $1. It was $1.99 when it came out a few months ago.
Right.
So the fact that they've dropped it to just $1 with a 2-year contract speaks volumes.
So happy my wife didn't buy that phone.
Yeah, I haven't actually physically held one, but from all the reviews I've seen or heard about, it's very flimsy and very cheaply made, even for a $200 phone. You can get way better phones at this price point that have better construction and more durable.
Especially now.
Yeah, exactly. And what was the other thing? It's got, so basically this is running like Amazon's version of Android. It's not vanilla.
Like their skin or something?
Right, and like we all know how much experience Amazon has with mobile device software, third-party software. So the App Store is also fairly limited. So I think that's one of the other killers of this phone is not only is the hardware not up to date, but you just can't get many apps. It's a very limiting software issue.
I haven't been drinking for very long. This
is why we don't give you anything with syrup in it. Only water for Steve. It comes right out.
We were going to give you syrup like the rest of us are drinking right now because we're all Canadians. Scissor.
Scissor.
Yeah. Anyways, okay, sorry.
But yeah, the other thing is that this phone did come with, I think, 1 year of Amazon Prime for free, which is like a $99 value. But I mean, I guess that's a nice gesture, but it just feels like one of those things that they tack on to get people to buy the phone even more, rather than relying on the specs of the phone itself.
Right.
And it's just more advertising for Amazon. Like, oh, get our great our great service, our streaming service, or our great shipping service, and all that stuff.
And it comes with a free drone delivery service.
Yes, of course.
Doesn't it? It doesn't. Okay. All right. I'm just double checking.
It can't be better than our drone delivery service. Get the quadricopter out here again.
Yeah.
See how that
run that right into your household.
Yeah. So this is and then do you remember the Firefly feature that everyone was talking about, where you can actually take pictures of products and so you can just buy them instantly. The app does that too.
Yeah.
And that was really the only unique feature about this phone, which is kind of more of an advertising gig, in my opinion. So it's
It'd be cool if you're an old person that doesn't use the internet, and you just you're elderly, you don't like using the internet, and you're like, oh, I'm going to use my Fire Phone app to tell me what the hell I'm looking at.
It's the phone you get for your grandparents.
Yes.
And that's probably why it tanked so hard, is because I know my grandparents probably wouldn't even know what to do with a phone, even that one.
You should film it. You should give them one and film it.
I'd be like, no, you just take a picture of the product and you can buy it. They'd be like, what's a picture?
Yeah, no, they take a picture, take that to the store, and then ask them about the product.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. We should make a video on that.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I think the most ironic thing about this article is that it points out this phone got a 2 out of 5 star on Amazon.
On its own. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, on itself.
At least they're not.
At least they're not inflating the. Yeah. What?
Like they're not saying, all right, bad reviews, we're hiding those.
Oh yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's the one good thing I can appreciate about Amazon. They always seem like honest folks, but I don't know. They could be serial killers. You just never know.
Okay. What do we got next, Kyle? Oh, this one's mine. All right.
Oh, this is cool.
All right. So you're in class. You're thinking to yourself, I did not study last night at all, and I have no clue how to perform algebraic reduction and work out these problems.
Get out of my head. How did you know that?
And so smart people out there made a photo math app basically that takes the camera, does exactly what you would think it would do, which is solve for x in a given problem. So I'm just gonna play this video really quickly so you guys can get an idea of.
You thought calculators were the hacks.
Yeah.
This puts the calculator to shame.
This app is dope.
Because even with a calculator, you still have to do the work. You still have to know what to punch in.
Yep.
Look at this.
Yep. What's
Boom,
that? You wanted an answer?
Look at this. Complex math equation. Ooh, algebra.
8. I knew that was 8.
There's an app for that.
Oh, yeah.
Trigonometry. There's an app for that.
It's crazy.
And it shows you the steps?
Yep.
All right, this is the ultimate cheating tool.
Yeah. Using
you know what would be great? Is in this video, if the camera slowly zoomed out to reveal it was just a kid taking his SAT test in a big room full of other students, and he's just cheating.
Blatantly cheating, yeah. And this is why phones are not allowed in your class.
Hack your way to the top.
This is awesome. To be honest, to be completely honest, I tutored math for a period of time. This would be awesome for students to just be able to know how to operate, do the whole problem yourself, and then go back through and check to see, all right, what was the proper way for me to handle this? I mean, really the only major difficulty you'd run into if you decided to use this for your homework is, 1, you're not going to learn it if you use it exclusively to get the answer and write down all the work. 2, you're probably going to have some professors once you hit the college level, they're going to want you to do work in a certain way. They're going to want to show certain steps. And I remember some teachers being extremely hardcore about the way that they wanted you to write certain things, and if you didn't follow through in the method of which they told you to do it, then you'd have some problems.
That's only because you were in an advanced math class, because you're good at math.
No, I mean, I'm just saying, certain teachers are like that. I mean, college algebra even, because this is all algebra. So like college algebra even, I mean, they want you to subtract 9x from both sides, let's say, or in this case, maybe they want the x to always be on the left, so they're going to want you to add 7 to both sides first. Things like that. Anyways, my point just being that it's not a solution for everything, and if you want to use it as a tool to help you, understand what you're doing incorrectly or what mistakes, you don't have to pay for a tutor to get this information. You get all the work done for you right in front of you. Really, it's actually a helpful tool as long as you're not using it to cheat. That I frown upon.
Yeah.
But Kyle doesn't.
It's like they're like guns. It's like this app is like a gun. It can be used for good or it could be used for evil. Actually, guns are mostly used for evil.
No, I mean guns are for good too.
I mean,
you
they
stop
could
bad
be,
people with guns.
That's true.
Okay, like if you lived in a city that had been decimated by a flood or something, and there's like everybody was supposed to leave, but you were the dumbass that decided to stay, then you would like have to have.
Why am I the dumbass in this story,
I'm
Steve?
pretending that you're the dumbass.
Why am I always the dumbass in
you
your
need to be the good
hypothetical
guy.
scenarios?
Okay, you're the bad guy. I'm the good guy. You run around.
Why am I
sticking
the
around
bad guy?
Because you didn't want to
Let me be the
good guy.
dumbass. I'll be the dumbass.
Anyways, the point is that you have a gun to protect yourself.
Okay.
If you were in that situation and you didn't leave like the government suggested you should.
I can deal with that.
Okay. So yes. So moving right along. What do we have next?
You know what I like about this app is that I'll never have to use it because of what I do. I will never ever need to solve that equation right there in my life for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I purposely went to school and took the classes I did and got the major I did so I'd never have to do math.
Did you hate it?
I hated math.
I'm gonna take a wild guess here.
Math
You too,
hurts
Rachel?
children the most.
I don't.
Rachel and
I don't even
Kyle.
math.
All right. So how about this? I'm assuming that both of you at some point in your educational experience had a very, very poor, very cruel teacher, maybe, including a parent that just kind of made you hate it. Like they talked down to you, you felt stupid. It was some kind of an event that happened in your life.
You're
both
right.
of you?
I did have a terrible math teacher.
You did?
In high school. Yeah. I got like 30 detentions in her class.
30 detentions?
Now that I think about it, maybe I was a terrible student. I don't know.
Kyle, stop talking to the girls.
Oh no, I never talked to girls.
You didn't talk to the girls?
No. Unless it was like to ask them for their homework, for their answers.
You were a user.
It's never like,
They
hey
thought you liked
baby,
them.
what are you doing after 6th period?
They did. They thought that. Oh God, Hanson's talking to me. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. And then,
Hanson.
like,
Yeah, they called me Hanson.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just.
All the
saying.
girls referred to me as
Handsome
Handsome.
Hanson.
But Rachel, you too, right? You had an issue that.
Kyle, did people go around you and go, but, that,
Yes, they did, Rachel. Thanks for bringing it up.
that.
Can we just
The whole show
Can we just
is
focus on the tech,
devolved
please?
into something else.
This is a serious show.
All right, because we're kind of rushing through a couple things, and I had anticipated hearing from somebody via a phone call that didn't happen yet. We're going to kind of talk about some other stuff first. So I'm going to move us forward to another story here, Kyle.
Okay.
KBMOD, you're familiar with KBMOD, right?
Yep.
Yeah, keyboard, mouse, or die. You guys should check them out at kbmod.com. You guys are awesome. They are doing an Extra-Life LAN, and it's basically 2 12-hour sets that they're going to be busting out, and they are going to obviously give that money to Extra-Life charity. Rachel is, of course, giving you guys a link if you decide you want to donate to that cause. You are more than welcome to do so. Bottom line is that they will be going 12 hours tonight, and I think 12 hours the next day, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. So it's gonna be popping. They're gonna be playing Towerfall, which I haven't played, Mario Kart, Mario Party.
Are these like the old school, like the original Mario Kart?
Yeah,
You think? On NES?
yeah, I'm
Nice.
sure, dude. I'm sure.
That's cool.
Battlefield, Bad Company 2, Battlefield 4, Tome, Killing Floor, and more. APL. Scott Fisher, he's going to be, it says, APL will of course have his scary game segment as well as Mark, aka Al Sham Noel. Al Sham
That's a great name.
That is awesome. With his own segment and his first appearance at the LAN. So they'll also do a live podcast Saturday night, which should be awesome. So they're going to have a bunch of swag too. They're going to be giving away PC components. Newegg, Paul specifically was able to rally up our white build and donate that to them for a giveaway, and I think one other build. I think the Rose Will build as well. So if you guys are interested in doing that, all you got to do is donate, be part of that, and I think that's how you actually enter to win. Let's see what else. Yeah, 2 entire gaming PCs, courtesy of us, Newegg, and a Wii U with 2 games and 4 controllers. So yeah, they're hoping to crush their $2,000 limit that they ran through last year. I thought they hit way more than 200,000. I mean, yeah. Anyways, it doesn't matter. It's going to be sick.
Yeah.
You guys should totally check it out.
It's for a good cause.
Yeah, it totally is for the kids.
I like it when gamers and nerds do stuff for the lesser.
Healing kids, man.
Healing
They're
kids.
hurting. Yeah.
That's like true wizardry. If you're a real nerd, you donate to kid charities.
Yeah, kids with cancer, cystic fibrosis, and injuries from accidents, just to name some of the things that Extra-Life does to help children. So
Yes.
Fantastic. All right, I think at this point we are way ahead of schedule.
Yes, we are.
But I'm going to jump into Q&Egg questions. So
do it.
Let's see. Is anybody tweeting anything? And Rachel, do you see anything in the chat?
No one's tweeting me.
You guys can hit us up in chat, and Rachel will.
Someone said, "What happens to all those parts?"
Which parts?
These parts?
Computer parts. I'm
hardware.
Sure.
Hardware behind us, maybe.
It's possible.
I think we get asked this question a lot.
Yeah, I guess we do get asked this.
A bunch of different things happen.
From time to time, we make builds out of them, and then we'll do a giveaway with that build, or we'll do giveaways in general at an event. Like I know we'll be at BlizzCon, right? There's supposed to be a party after BlizzCon. I know we have some information about that. I believe that Jenny shot a video for that. I don't even know if it's up yet or not, but yeah, there'll be some stuff to give away there too, and it will be awesome. So
yes.
Hopefully you guys can show up for something like that. Let's see.
Or sometimes the hardware we have just stays on the shelf in case we need it for testing.
Oh, for testing too. Yeah. Because we could go back after graphics drivers are
right.
And that just reminds me. So I was almost done with my 4-way GTX 980 video, or the benchmarking for it at least. And I was talking to Paul about it, and Paul comes in and he goes, "By the way, NVIDIA just released new drivers." I was like, no. What do they do? And of course they add like DSR to Fermi and Kepler GPUs, but bottom line is, it was like, there's probably some performance increase, and I'm not going through them again. Whatever I have right now, I'm almost done.
Yeah.
I'll do it for the 970s. There's a 970 video coming up.
I mean, it's okay as long as all your benchmarks are run on the same driver and that driver is fairly recent. As long as you're not switching drivers halfway through your benchmark tests.
Yes, that would be worse.
Because at least now they're all scaling evenly still.
Yes.
It's just with the new driver update, you might see a fraction of improvement all across the board.
Yes.
So as long as it's consistent, I mean, there's no need to rerun them all, Steve. I know you've been staying here very late. And you need a break sometimes. So
yeah, Paul was laughing.
Don't kill
though.
yourself.
It was pretty funny, and I was like, "Oh man, now I know what you and Jay were talking about, Paul. This sucks."
Yeah,
it's so.
It's a terrible feeling because even though the benchmarks will still be valid, you as an enthusiast want to give the most current, most up-to-date results, no matter regardless.
Yeah, I even wanted to benchmark on Star Citizen, but I was having a lot of problems making sure that they were going to run perfectly, and every once in a while it would just crash in the middle of a run. I didn't feel comfortable throwing up stuff that, one, it's like alpha, so really, what kind of, I mean, it's like running on beta drivers for something, you know, like you can't take this to mean this is exactly what kind of experience you can expect to have on that game with said hardware. Not to mention it could be wildly different on different versions of the card as you go down the line. You know, like 970s might be horrible for some reason because they're not optimized. I don't know, I'm just making stuff up to give you an example, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm favoriting some tweets here.
Let's do it.
All right, Strider asked about what's with the cat videos. We like to have fun, lovely backgrounds for this show, so I just went on YouTube and typed in 10 hours because people always upload like 10 hours of something. It's like a thing that people do on YouTube, and that was one of the first ones I found was lolcats 10-hour compilation. So it's just cats and dogs, other animals. We saw a rabbit doing something inappropriate to a cat.
But the cat was goading it, to be fair.
The cat totally was asking for it. Yeah, they usually are. Stupid cats.
Or asking if there's going to be more build videos, maybe live build videos.
You guys like a live build video? Is that like your favorite thing in terms of build videos? Because we definitely have several build videos coming up.
Do them live.
I can't. There was one that we might be able to do that was going to be like a super high production version, but that's sort of fizzling because of time frame. Yeah, I mean, we can probably figure something out for a live build. I think that might be fun.
Yeah.
Would you be interested in something like that?
Sure.
Okay.
Let me know.
Maybe I'll bring in Jenny too, and I'll bow out of that when you two can build it.
That'd be cool.
Okay, cool. Yeah. We'll look forward to something like that. Can't give you a date yet.
Harvey Donald, OG Bert, is asking, is the Asus GTX 760 a good card for two 1680 by 1050 displays? Okay. Well, first off,
I don't ever test in
what game are you playing on two monitors simultaneously? Have you ever played a game on two monitors?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, typically it's 3. You're right. But some people like to I mean,
how do you do that? I mean, is the middle just a bezel then?
Yeah, you'd be staring at a bezel.
All
but
right.
what if it was a helicopter sim? Because then you'd be like, oh, it's part of the canopy.
That's true.
Totally
Okay, the one example I can find where that works.
well,
everywhere else is like, I couldn't see the guy. He was right in front of you.
I did. He was just this thin. How could you miss it?
Yeah.
But in I was gonna say in what the hell is that called? Grid 2, you can use 2 monitors. One as like kind of an extra monitor to show you like about the lap and things that are happening, but I wouldn't really say it's like graphics intensive.
Right, exactly. That's what I was thinking
Yeah.
too. But maybe
So maybe he's just gaming on 1680 by 1050,
Sure.
and then has the other one for extra stuff.
I think you'll be all right. Honestly, it really depends on what kind of game you're playing, how intensive that game is, how the engine runs with NVIDIA technology, and how many and what your settings are for the game. Do you like all the eye candy cranked up to max, or do you not care if some of the filters are turned off to get higher performance? But if you want a generic answer and you want a definitive answer either way, I would say yes, most likely.
Yeah.
You're okay. Just don't expect like decent frames on like Crysis 3 or something.
Yeah, I think if he's single monitoring it, I think it'd be fine.
Yeah.
For a 760.
Yeah. Does the R9 290X make sense to do two-way crossfire? Again, this is another very broad, subjective question. If you're only gaming on one display at 1080 or even at 1440, you don't need to upgrade. If you have a triple display,
Maybe, yeah.
then or if you have a 4K monitor, even if you have a 4K monitor, you're going to want
more than just that. Yeah.
R9 290X is not going to cut it.
Yeah.
So only in extreme gaming conditions will that warrant a two-way crossfire solution with an already great single GPU card.
I'm always down for a faster single card than I am for anything.
Me too.
In 2-way or 3 or 4-way.
100% scalability.
Yeah, they were told.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on the game and all that. All right,
Yeah.
what else you got, man?
Is there a noticeable difference between an external sound card with THX True Studio Pro or THX True Studio Pro?
Bro?
No. That says the same thing, right? THX Studio Pro.
True Studio Pro.
THX True Studio Pro.
So I guess the main difference is just being external in that example, and I would say that
I
external
see.
is typically better if you have like a lot of, I don't know, if you're like a super audiophile and you can hear that kind of stuff, like Logan, he hears that kind of stuff. It depends for me. It depends on what I'm trying to do with it. I don't know, to be honest with you, because I'm thinking that it's probably optical. You'd probably run on that.
Yeah.
Oh, that other thing just crashed. But yeah, so I don't ever really listen to THX in general off my PC. In fact, unless I'm in a theater, I don't, because I don't have an awesome sound system at my house. So I couldn't be one to tell you specifically what you'd hear in terms of the difference in general, period.
Yeah.
Let alone being external, which I guess you'd have the advantage of it having all of the audio being worked on with the DAC outside. There would be an advantage with that. But like I said, I can't really hear the difference. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm pretty much in the same boat as you. How do I change the adjustable TDP on an A8 7600 and a Gigabyte GA F2 A88XM HD3?
Isn't there just like the control panel, and you just kind of like slide it over?
Yeah, you might want to check the AMD control panel. If you right-click your desktop, right?
Yeah.
You go into the Catalyst controls. You might be able to do it there. I've actually never used a system with an A8 series core.
Yeah, I've got an A10 APU in mine, and
have you messed with the TDP at all?
It's A88X. No, I don't really. No,
Yeah.
Only because like it's my HTPC system, and I'm not really gaming on it. So although I could, which is awesome, I'm not. So
Yeah.
I haven't done that yet.
Oh, I think this guy's responding to the 760 on the two displays.
Okay.
He says not for games. I just mean for general productivity. But if I were to play games, it would be only one. Yeah, obviously, yeah. You can that thing could push up to 4 monitors if you're just doing productivity stuff.
Yeah.
So that's not a problem at all. Loving your stream. Thanks, Ashay Tambe. That's his name.
That's his name.
And it must be said that way.
Nice.
I have Azuntech Prelude 7.1 sound card. Recommend a new one for gaming. Thanks. Wow, that's an old school sound card, I think. A new one for gaming? Well, I still use my Asus Zonar Essence STX.
You love that thing.
That I love a lot.
Yeah. I like onboard if it's a newer system.
Onboard's fine.
Yeah,
especially the newer systems have really good integrated audio.
Yeah.
But if you really want a sound card and maybe you have a pair of headphones that already has like the 1/4-inch jack, or something like that, then I'd go with a Zonar Essence STX. Creative makes some good ones. I think they're, what's the one that?
ZXR, I think it is.
ZXR is pretty good
as well.
That's
like the hardcore. I would say, like, if you get a good headset, typically they'll come with it, especially if it's USB style, they'll come with the sound card built into it. So then you get the advantage of just being able to plug it in and use it immediately. And if you wanted to use the onboard sound in conjunction with that, there's sometimes people want to do that to, I don't know why you'd want to do that right now off the top of my head, but there's some people out there that like to have separate sound cards for different use case scenarios.
I have 5 sound cards in my system.
Do you really? Shut up. It was like for like a half second.
I was just trying to get you to swear, and I almost got it. I almost went. You almost went there.
It was close. All right. You good? Everything good?
4K is just a bigger number. That
4K is just a
not
number.
a question, but very, very true statement. There. All right. Any more questions, guys, before we move on to the rest of our stories for today?
Anything from the chat room?
Last call. We need a last call bell.
I think I just heard it. It was from the other room, though.
That was. See, they got it back.
All right, cool.
Right.
Let's move forward with our lives.
Moving forward.
Kyle.
You guys can still continue to ask us questions. There wasn't much happening this week, so we might.
Yeah, we're sort of.
Might have some extra time to answer your questions.
Space Save is out.
Space Save is out.
Oh, dude. Beyond Earth is out right now. It's live right now.
Oh my god, oh my god. Rachel, our moderator, has been going crazy over that game. I logged on to Steam at some unreasonable hour in the night and she was on playing that game.
Were you really? Midnight?
Was that you?
I was playing Left 4 Dead the other day. Yeah.
You were?
She was playing a bunch of stuff. Rachel's a huge gamer.
Yes, okay, all right, we're moving forward. I was going to say something else, but it's too far away to mention it right now. All right.
No.
So this happened, and it totally slipped through my fingers and past my visual range. I did not even know this happened. So I logged in the other day. I was doing more benchmarks, and I'm like, wait a minute, Firestrike Ultra, like what? When did 3D Mark add that? Like I did not see that Futuremark had added that for 3D Mark. So yes, if you haven't already heard and you you want to know if your system can run 4K. You can get the Futuremark Benchmark 3D Mark from Steam. It's the advanced version where you will get automatically, unless you were a basic user, sorry if you had a license and you were a basic user, you'll need to upgrade to get Ultra, but you can run a test to see if your 4K Ultra settings will work on this and then compare yourself to everybody else out there and either feel really depressed or feel like a badass. That does mean it's going to be running the test at 3840 by 2160, but Kyle picked up something really important about this story. Kyle, go ahead.
Oh yeah, so you can actually run this test even if you don't have a 4K Ultra HD monitor. The render test actually, or the test actually renders the content at 3840 by 2160 before it scales the output to your PC's display resolution, as it says right there. So you can do it on just about any monitor that to your heart's content. Though it does say that you need a GPU with at least 3 gigs of video memory. So there's that. So yes, you are still going to need a pretty high-end card to run the test. But chances are you're more likely going to have a high-end card than a 4K monitor at this point.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Unless you're hooking it up to, God, why would you hook it up to anything without that? Right?
Yeah.
Maybe if you were just screwing around and you went to a friend's house or something.
Yeah. True.
Yeah. Plenty of AMD cards are going to have.
But that's cool.
3 even. So that's good.
I think video cards still need to catch up a little to the 4K game. I mean,
yeah, man, that's just what I've been trying to say, and people frown on me for saying this, but I'm telling you, who's out there buying 4 cards to rock in a system to get 4K working? Yeah. It's just so nonsensical. It's for me until it's a single card doing it. We're not at 4K.
I want a shirt. I want a shirt that has like 4 GPUs and SLI or Crossfire. And then a 4K monitor next to it, and just a line of text that says, I am the 1%, or something like that.
That'd be really cool. Yeah.
That's a stupid idea.
No, I actually thought it was cool. Now you got me sold on a stupid idea.
Thank you. All right.
Your
well, if you steal my idea, I'll kill you.
Yeah. Hold on, let me just.
Anyway, my point is that, yeah, we're still a ways. We're getting closer, but it's like, I can't even justify spending the time to do 4K benchmarks unless it's for like a triple monitor or a triple video card setup.
Yeah.
You know, because it's just... It's not realistic to.
You're not even really breaking 60 FPS most of the time. It's like painful, man.
Yeah.
Like I can't stand that, the tearing and everything.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's because right now the 4K benchmark is more of like a torture test than it is like a practical, let's see how this performs at 4K. We know it's just going to get slaughtered unless you have a ridiculous setup that is costs thousands of dollars.
Look at these guys, dude, rocking it. Look at this, four-way SLI GTX 980s. Dude's rocking an Extreme Edition 5960.
12471. Wow.
12471 is the score to beat, ladies and gentlemen.
Does it say if they're cool what they're cooling on? If it's
Look
liquid
at this
or
dude.
air?
Look at this dude rocking a 3930K. He's like, you know what? I'm playing with the big boys now. I'm number 4 from Britain.
Well, even the second score,
I skipped right over it. That's funny.
That's insane.
Wow. See, and everybody's like, oh, I need to upgrade my CPU. Not necessarily.
Guess there's no bottlenecking there.
Yeah, well, at least for this benchmark, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then there's people down here going, I was almost there. I was almost there. I made top 10. They call me T-Monster.
What happens if you click on one of them? Can you see more information?
Yeah, let's go to number 1.
Of course.
Yeah. He's clocked at 3, so what is that? Like, that's
okay.
Stock, right?
Well, that's just 3D Mark. It just puts everything in stock.
Okay.
I would assume he overclocked
you can overclock. Yeah, you can overclock it though. It should read. It should read. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. Now I need to double check my scores and make sure.
Yeah.
To see if it actually says it, because I never actually read whatever it shows me there. I just go, yep, score's good. Keep going. Drone away with the rest of my
I'm pretty
life.
sure it lists the stock specs.
I just want to see what the upgrade cost is if you had regular.
Professional edition is $1,000.
Basic. Yeah, which means if you're doing it for.
Oh, right. You need a license for it.
Yeah. $25 though for the advanced edition. I just get it on Steam.
Great.
Plus you get like badges for that too. You break badges for that, which is kind of cool. All right, Kyle, I'm going to move you to your next story, which has to do with interwebs, it looks like.
Interwebs?
I see Ookla.
Ookla. Oh, yes. So there was an article that came out on the average download speed for the U.S. has now jumped from just over 11 megabits per second to 30.7 since the last year.
How much you want to bet?
Last October.
How much you want to bet it's Google Fiber pressuring all the other ISPs to like push it?
Well, yeah, I think that's a huge proponent of these results and these numbers, and also just because, you know, things just naturally get faster and
they were supposed to be naturally getting faster, but this is a massive jump. It doesn't jump this fast normally.
True. I think Google Fiber definitely has a lot to do with it.
I mean, how long ago do you think we had 11 as an average?
Yeah, exactly.
It was a year ago. And
I'm curious to know what it was a year before that.
Yes, then we'd have year over year.
To see if it's growing exponentially.
Yeah.
But it's kind of interesting. It gives the listing of the top 10 states for the fastest internet states, with New York at the top at 39 megabits per second. And then we got Delaware, New Jersey, Maryland, Missouri. California is number 6.
I found 2012. 2012's average was 13.
Oh.
So it was up, and then it went down, and then it went up again.
And then
How can it go
tripled.
down? How can it go down? That is like such an example of the crap that the ISPs are pulling in the United States.
Comcast must have been doing really well that year.
I bet a bunch of dial-ups died out or something. Like shot the average
That's a really
up.
good. I didn't even see that. That's really interesting.
Yeah. I'm sorry. You see California was where again?
No, California were number 6. Rhode Island 7, followed by Virginia.
Eat it, Rhode Island.
Massachusetts and Nevada.
You're a small state.
The bottom of the list.
What are you gonna do about it?
The states with the lowest download speed are Kentucky with 15.8 megabits per second.
And
Maine
saying
with 14.
Logan. Doesn't Logan live in Kentucky?
I think he might live in Virginia actually.
In Virginia, okay, yeah.
Right.
That's probably why he left Kentucky.
Exactly.
The internet's crap here. I don't understand what's happening.
The internet speeds here are slower than your pace of living. Getting the hell out of here where there's good beer.
Good beer. Take me away, good beer.
That's totally how Logan sounds. And then if you want the fastest possible internet in the U.S., the top 5 cities that you should visit, and this is all according to Ookla, the Ookla speed test website that many of you are familiar with.
People are using to speed test, right?
Yes. So Kansas City. Is that a Google Fiber state? No, it's
city,
not.
Yeah, actually.
I don't know.
The state is Google.
Kansas the state, sorry. It says Google Fiber is not included in this list. Ookla had purposely omitted Google Fiber for whatever reason.
Okay, so then
because it was just like no contest.
Pushing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so Kansas City, but still with 68.5 megabits per second download speed. That's the average. So that's pretty good. Followed by Austin and Huntington Beach. So Huntington Beach, California, that's 50.
Flushing. Flushing is 50.
Flushing.
Yeah,
Oh, you know
Flushing.
Flushing.
Yeah, because I used to live over there.
Interesting.
Nice.
It's a weird name for a city.
Yeah, it kind of
Flushing.
makes you wonder like what it was like.
What?
You just hear.
I wonder what they named this
Welcome
city
to
after.
Flushing.
Yeah. And then
was
top 5
bad.
major ISPs in the U.S. are Google Fiber #1, Verizon Fios, Cox, Comcast, and Charter Communication. Boo, Comcast.
What are you using for your internet? Cox. Really?
Just
How
one.
many? Just Cox.
Just one. Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Moving on to the next story.
Moving right along.
I think the last one we have.
Oh, this is sort of a.
This is any indication at how barren the tech news was this week. We have all the deaths from the original Star Wars movies in under 3 minutes.
Kotaku has that video for
Leave
us.
it to Kotaku to compile a montage like this. Ben's getting twice the speed. He just showed us his numbers. He's getting 71 down and 17 up. Congratulations, Ben. I'm happy for you and very jealous. I'm only getting like 40 down, I think, right now with Time Warner. All the deaths, yeah? Yep. Oh, I remember that one.
It jumps to 2 million after the death. After the. Wait, how did it jump to 2 million? Is this the second time?
The death counter?
No, this is the first time. This is the first Star Wars. So, how did it jump that high? Hold on a second.
Do we miss something?
Oh, I guess all these people died, and then they.
Maybe they just assume, oh, the Death Star, maybe.
That's what I said, but then.
That hasn't. Oh, there we
the
go,
planet. The planet. Alderaan. got
2 trillion?
2
Is
trillion?
that 2 trillion people in Alderaan?
That seems a little light because the Earth has more than that right now, right?
Wait, more than
No, we
Wait,
don't.
what are we at?
We're at
now?
a couple billion.
7 billion.
Oh man, I was thinking billion the whole time. No, I
We
was
have
thinking
2
billion the
trillion?
whole time.
Do you know how many people, like, this room would be filled with people right now.
Dude, this room would. It doesn't even come close to.
We would have bodies.
trillion.
We'd have bodies like piled to the ceiling if we
We'd
had
have
2
people
trillion
living in the
people.
ocean if we had 2 trillion in the they'd be underwater.
Half of them would
little
already
globes.
be dead just from where they were standing.
Yeah.
There's not enough
Not
surface
enough food.
area.
We'd have to eat each other.
We'd start building a
There
pyramid
was a
of people
very
to the moon.
small jump from the Death Star blowing up. It's like.
Well, I mean, compared to Alderaan,
Yeah, I guess.
not
Yeah,
too
it's a
many
moon
people.
versus a planet. Yeah, about the size of a moon.
And by that time, half of the stormtroopers are dead anyway. Well,
It just it hit. It goes broke, and we just assume they all die. There could have been survivors. They could have crash landed.
yes, this is a very violent article. So if you're sensitive, this is not for the faint of heart. So look away. It's pretty gruesome, as you can see.
It counted his dream version of himself as Vader as a death. It did. He swiped him down.
We'll just subtract 1 from whatever the final number is.
That's more accurate. That's not a. Oh, it is a death. Have a good night, Jenny.
Bye, Jenny.
Everybody say good night to Jenny.
Say bye, Jenny, to everyone, or everyone say bye to Jenny.
Everyone's yelling bye, but we can't hear them. Well.
See you in like 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, see you in 2 weeks.
Have fun.
No?
I'll see Kyle in 2 weeks.
Oh, Kyle, see you in 2 weeks.
Monday.
When am I seeing you in 2 weeks?
I actually said
No.
I will see you tomorrow.
Oh, I don't feel at all like you're leaving now. I don't feel like this did not. We should not have said goodbye under these terms.
Or should I say hello?
Yeah, should I? Yeah, exactly. Oh God,
Good night.
is this the kind of show you guys like? I'm really curious. Is it like? No, I didn't.
No, he didn't. He said show.
Is this the kind of show you guys like? Show.
I'm pretty sure he said
Jenny
show.
thought I said the bad word. If it is, let us know in either the comments or in the chat.
I like our show. Gets
I like our show.
Gets our audience all loosened up
Yeah.
and stuff. And then
When we're bored, we have fun,
we do.
right?
I think as long as we're having fun, they'll have fun.
I hope so. Because I hate it when I'm having fun and you guys are just sitting there all mad. That's not fun for you.
We're pretty contagiously awesome, I think.
I like hanging
That's why
out with
the
you.
show
You make me
rocks.
laugh.
You make me laugh too, Steve.
So I really thought
Bromosexual.
we were gonna get a phone call today, and we did not.
So we were supposed to be earlier. We were supposed to go have a phone call with KBMOD. This is actually kind of more something that you were orchestrating. So why don't you explain?
Yeah. So basically, I was contacting Bob and a couple of the others over there. We're trying to bring them into the fold and talk about what's going to happen tonight. But they are so crazy busy right now. I imagine that there is no way that they're able to pull it off. So we were kind of hoping maybe, sort of, and I usually like to have somebody on a phone call probably like an hour before the show just to make sure everything's going to work with Google+, but in this particular case it didn't work out. But you guys should totally check out KBMOD, kbmod.com, kbmod.com, and check out what they're going to do tonight. So hopefully you guys will be able to play with them. I want to join up too and see what they're up to, maybe be able to play with them as well. Who knows? Maybe they'll end up calling me tonight when they start live streaming, and I'll be in a complete and total stupor, asleep, trying to talk to them about something. I know 9 o'clock doesn't seem like it, but
are you gonna game with them for the stream, Steve?
Oh, I have no idea. I'm just saying that because like I would like to help them, you know, but I'm not able to give them like hours upon hours of my time because I just can't. You
don't even care about the children, do you?
I love the children. The children are amazing.
You heard it here, folks. Steve does not care about the children. They can go game by themselves in the hospital.
So are we getting anything about the show?
One last thing.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, people are saying that they like the open format. It loosens them up for the WAN show, which is totally true.
Cool.
That's where they can get the super dense information from Linus and folks, which is a really great show. I really like the format of their show as well.
I do too.
It's just, we just have different styles, which is perfectly fine. And let's take a look at this app. I just randomly found this and I thought it was kind of cool. It's a 3D camera app. So basically what you do is you take pictures around in a 360-degree circle around your subject, and then the app automatically stitches those pictures together, and you get kind of like almost like an interactive 360 turntable photo.
Okay.
This is kind of reminds me of...
We could totally make this into something really funny.
We could, because you could just add something in there. So like halfway the cake's spinning, and all of a sudden there's like an action figure sitting on top of it. Or you could do stop motion in a 360 360 format.
Well, just because you could just keep doing something like as you kept going.
Exactly.
Right? Just keep tapping.
Yeah. I wonder how many pictures you need to actually take, or if you can just do it at your own will. Because like Google Camera, for example, which essentially does the same thing, where you can take a couple pictures and the app will stitch it together.
It'll Google it together.
It'll Google it together. Google
that.
everything. But I forget where I was going with that. You just totally sidetracked me, and I completely lost my train of thought. I'm just going to go Google, what was I thinking 5 seconds ago?
Google. Hello, Google.
But I was wondering how many pictures you have to actually take, or if it lets you choose.
If there's a maximum is what you're actually getting at.
Yeah.
Could I like, I just want it to be like the cake, and then just you getting punched in the face.
Or
like,
as the cake's going around, it's getting eaten. Like,
oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be cool too. I'd like to see
And then
that.
just a big middle finger right at the end.
Yeah, see that I want something like you didn't imagine to see whatever happens at the end. That's my favorite punchline. Like, completely unexpected humor. I love that.
Right.
And maybe with a little bit of slapstick. That's also fun.
You know what would be cool?
Huh.
Is doing like 360 views of hardware with this app.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
That'd be really cool, actually. I would watch that. I would. Wait. So after you make these videos, what are they? Are they GIFs?
I mean, I don't know what file type they are. I didn't have a chance. You can watch the video. Food photography in 2D is not cool. It's not going to be very cool in 3D either.
They mashed it. You mashed it to make it look less cool.
We do it in 3D.
And
now it's like a perfectly
filter.
freshly baked cake.
Oh, I see what they did.
Oh,
that's why they mashed it, to make
dumb.
it 2D.
They're just trying to be creative. Oh, so that's how you do it. Really?
They make a movie and they go around it. That really makes me want to have a piece of cake right now. Actually, that's what that does.
And it looks pretty fluid.
You know what would be a really good idea? Is just take a video and go all the way around it in a circle. I think that'd be really good.
That's what I was thinking too. Why don't you just take a video?
I have an app for that, actually.
The camera app?
The camera. No.
I heard a lot of phones.
3D.
It comes pre-installed on a lot of phones these days.
No, but mine's a 3D video app where you actually
app.
go around it in a circle while you hit this button and it records like a video.
3D is dead. 3D is dead to me.
It saves it as an FLV file.
I hate 3D.
It's going to be huge. You guys will love it.
Someone asked about the Hendo hoverboard. Have you heard about this, Steve?
Yes, that thing's awesome. Oh, awesome looking. I mean, it's only intended to be like, I want to say it's almost like it's just a proof of concept to see if they could get it to work.
Go to the Alt-Tab links at the very bottom. I just included the, whatchamacallit, the link for it, so we can check it out.
Have you seen it yet?
My fiance actually told me about it, but I haven't looked it up yet.
You're getting married?
It has 340, yes, I'm getting married, Steve. It has $341,000 pledged.
That's how much it costs for one. That's the unfortunate part.
No way. Are you serious?
Everybody gets to borrow it on Sunday. You get it this Sunday. I get it next Sunday.
All right. I mean, it looks like they're just using a tech deck, so that definitely only costs like $5 tops. And if this is
just two magnets.
And if this is the kid that's making the hoverboard,
this is how hard it is to make one of these. This is why
gosh.
it took us till now to make them.
Oh, it's cute because it's a kid playing with his toys and he's being creative.
It's like, Dad, that thing you said you were going to be able to do, I just made it in 10
Superman
seconds.
fly?
This is.
He's like,
You're joking me, right? Wait, I can make money off of this.
let me jump into this server room for no apparent reason and get my laptop out. Get my calipers.
Scalpel.
Yep. Get my board.
Scissors.
Oh, come on. He even got the pink board.
Oh, air horn. Perfect timing.
Nice.
All right. So it looks. So was that like some kind of magnetic plate on the bottom that allows it to rise?
It floats like about a ½ inch off the ground.
A ½ inch.
And you step on it. It's intended to like hold a. It's intended to hold like an entire building for earthquakes. So like it lifts the building up while the earthquake happens. The earth shakes.
Stabilizes it.
Well, this earth is moving like crazy, right? It doesn't. I mean, the earth can move in many different ways.
It's just hovering above ground.
Yep, exactly. So unless it goes vertically, see, this is just where like I want it to just, because you know how magnets are based on the poles, right? So like I want it to just completely freak out and flip upside down and smash him to the ground.
Right. It just like, cuts him in two.
I know that's not how this particular one operates. I mean, it's basically he wants to play, but the dad is not letting him play. That is not. I like that better.
Yeah.
That dad's like, forget your dreams, son.
Yeah.
Why don't you just make a hoverboard like me?
Yeah. You go to school, get your PhD in electrical engineering, and we'll talk.
Why don't you get your tech deck out of here?
Yeah. And your Superman. I don't like either of those things.
Well, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're gonna market this because it's probably gonna be super expensive.
Dude, I don't think we're getting it. I really don't. I mean, I know it's a backed thing, but
yeah,
I think it's really just to get people. Oh, come on! Don't you use my love of Star Wars to be fooled into thinking I'm gonna get one of these tomorrow.
Damn, they're using Star Wars. They know exactly how to scheme, how to reach our hearts.
Here is a box that floats, so that you have something to fill.
So they're using the same technology that's used in buildings for earthquake prevention?
No, that's the original. That was, I guess, the idea was to apply it to that. The hoverboard was a proof of concept to show that they could make something like that. Okay. I mean, basically those Magna trams, the maglev trams, the ones that are bullet trains that are using magnets to hover them off of them. Same type of idea. So, well, I guess it's the same type of idea. So yeah, that's it.
Now, how do you actually move it forward? Do you know, like, is it
the way the guy did it was he kind of moved it himself.
Well, he was on a ramp, so I mean,
yeah. But what I'm saying, like, first off, it has to be under certain like metals, like it or like I think they use copper here.
That's what Heather told me. She said that you can't just use it on the sidewalk.
No, you have to have a special, like, apparently a half pipe made at probably a perfect. See how he kind of pushes it like that?
Yeah.
Like that's how he gets it going, and he just kind of goes.
Interesting.
I want.
That must feel really weird.
It must feel super slippery.
I mean, he looks like he's handling it pretty well, but he's probably had a lot of practice.
Yeah. That kid is so pissed. Even for the sake of the video, he's like, "Can I just plan a thing? Can I just ride on my stomach down the hill?"
Right.
That's all I want to do. I don't need to stand up. I'm not a liability.
Please, I mean, kids are simple. It could be a skateboard.
Yeah.
Kid would be happy.
What you do is you give them that controller, which they were using in some other area of the video.
Bye 40. Just saying goodbye to 40.
Bye, man. And it was like a remote controller that he kind of like played with. And I don't know what that does other than turn it on, because there was like 4 different toggle switches on the outside plus the gears. So, I mean, it might be like...
Maybe you can control it while you're on it.
Well, that's the thing that irritates me, actually, is that it's not like just a dummy board that hovers and you control it by moving on it.
Yeah.
It's like
it's like a race car that you can stand on.
Yeah, I just don't want it to be like how Tony Hawk Pro Skater game that came out that wasn't Pro Skater. It's like Real Skate or something like that. Or Skate or
Skate.
Not Skate. No, that was the good one.
Oh.
But Tony Hawk made a skating game.
Oh,
it was
I know what
basically
you're
like it
talking
had a
about.
board, and
I
you're
know what
like,
you're talking about.
and you watch videos, and you're like, oh my god, it's blowing my mind that you can be on the board and you do all the same things. You don't even need a controller. It's amazing. You get the game, and instantly you're disappointed because you're on rails. The game is on rails.
Oh,
you are
really?
traveling down a path. And you just hop when the thing comes to you.
Oh wow!
It's like playing on a Wii U.
It's not like open.
Or like on a Wii, I mean. Yeah.
It's terrible.
It was like ultimate fail. You just lied to me, Tony.
Yeah.
You lied to me. You bastard.
It sounds like the worst skating game of all time.
Yes.
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 God.
So,
terrible.
all right. Is there any other comments, notes, questions, anything else before we get going, guys? Because I think we're running out of time.
Yes, I have many important things to do with my time after this, so I have to leave soon too. What?
Space.
Space.
I thought you said Space Gandhi.
Rachel's got to get her space sieve on, so we won't have a moderator anymore.
Space Gandhi.
Space Gandhi.
For you guys to wrap up.
More than meets the eye.
Yes.
All right, I think we got to go,
right.
guys.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate it. It's been fun, and we'll see you guys next week, right?
Yes, absolutely.
I actually won't be here next Friday. Steve will see you next week, but I will be here next week on Wednesday for Yoked.
Yoked.
I don't know who I'm doing it with. You or Jenny?
It
doesn't matter.
I usually don't think about those things till like Monday.
I know. We like to.
Too many other things.
We like to procrastinate.
I just like the show comes up. Like, all right, let's do the show.
Impulse, go.
Go. Quick, tell me something funny that happened.
Yes.
I ran out of ideas.
That's how we roll. Everything's last minute.
It is.
It's terrible.
It's more off the cuff when it's last minute.
I know. That's true. I like it. I like keep it fresh. Keep it fresh.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a great weekend, and we will catch you guys on the flip side.
Bye, everyone.